Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special episode of Meets, Greets, and Beats. I'm King Ace. Shout out to my co-host, the Kid Jules. I have with me today Miss Cheryl Charles from Aunt Cheryl's Cookie Stop to hand me on over to her husband, Mr. Dwayne Charles from Tallybiscus. And we gonna get into this show, all right? Stay tuned, it's gonna be lit, just like every other one, all right? I am here with Dwayne Charles from Tallybiscus. How you doing today, Mr. Charles?
I'm good, man.
All right.
Thanks for coming through, man. It's a pleasure to be on your show, man.
Pleasure for you having me. Y'all having me back again, too, so I feel the love, for real.
Man, listen to the show, man. That show is hot.
I appreciate that. Word.
Yes, sir. Yes, y'all do a lot. Y'all do, you know what I mean? Y'all keep up the good work, all the things y'all doing, man.
And I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's good to see positive brothers doing it good. You know, doing good things, you know what I mean?
Yes, and believe it or not, man, to hear that coming from another brother, man, that's solid, man. I almost bring a tear. I ain't even gonna get soft real quick, but nah, it's real. That's real, and I appreciate that. Thank you, for real.
Thanks again for having me.
No doubt. So, of course, we're going to go over it again. What's your business name? Formally?
My business name is Tallybiscus.
Okay. And how long have you been open?
Well, Tallybiscus is a new, it's only been probably maybe about a month or two.
Right.
But things are just picking up so fast.
Right.
You know, it was something like a test trial trying to do, you know, because one day I let somebody taste the tea, but I've been taking that tea for like 3 or 4 years myself.
Oh, okay.
I don't really take blood pressure medicine, and my doctor always say, you know, you keep taking your blood pressure. I said, well, my blood pressure levels are low already. Why I got to keep taking blood pressure medicine?
Right.
And no, as you know, of course, they're not my complexion, and they tell me, you know, Afro-Americans, you know, they need to take blood pressure meds, right? And something about Afro-Americans that their blood pressure levels are always high. I said, but mine's are normal.
Right.
And she said, no, you still got to take it.
No.
And so I, you know, of course, I said, okay, you know what I mean? But I didn't take it. I mean, I got a whole bunch of them in the cabinet just sitting there.
I know that's right.
And I take the hibiscus tea, and it's been maintaining my levels now. I'm not saying that you could go out there and eat crabs and put salt on your fries and salt all on your chicken and eat a whole bunch of salt, because that's not in my diet.
Right, okay.
You know, I try to keep a healthy diet.
Right. I
try to not consume too much sugar, even though I've been lapsed on these donuts.
Hey, I'm a lapser, so don't feel bad, man. But that's me for sure.
Yeah, but you know, I try to, you know, I try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just don't go, you know, overboard with sugar and salt.
Right.
So it's been maintaining my levels.
Good.
And I went to the doctors last year. I usually get a yearly physical. And my doctor said, Mr. Charles, you've been borderline diabetes for about 4 or 5 years. She said, but your sugar levels went down. And it's been the same straight through, but I've been drinking more and more tea.
Wow.
And besides, I drink more tea than I drink water.
Okay.
But I'm starting to increase my levels of water, and you know, it's helping out.
Good. And
so I had a friend of mine. They tasted it, and they was like, "Hey D, why you ain't selling this?" I said, "Sell it. You know, this is what I do."
Right.
She was like, "No," she said, "There's no tea out there like that."
Right.
So I came up with the idea to not just make the tea, make the concentrate of it, and the concentrate, you know, because if you make tea, people are just going to hit it quick.
Yeah, it's gone.
Right. But if you make a concentrate of it, they stick around for. So everybody that has a bottle right now, even my barber, I went there 2 days ago, and I gave him the bottle. He got the bottle 2 weeks ago, and he said, I'm halfway done.
Wow. So
the bottle's lasting.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean, you spend a few dollars. If you could go out there and buy a fifth of Remy Martin or
Yes.
Hennessy. You know what I mean? You could go out there and buy something healthy.
My E&J Warriors.
And it's going to last longer.
Yeah.
It's going to last longer.
You heard that.
And it's healthy for you.
Right. Yeah, and I'm going to let y'all know, I've been sipping on that tea, and I've never had hibiscus tea before at all. It's something it complements, the taste is so complimentary to your taste palette. Something you have to try, you really do, and it's good for you. And we don't like to take our medicine, so check yourself there. It's definitely something you want to check out.
Yeah, I had a Jamaican guy, that's sorrel is like a plant that comes from the islands. Mm-hmm. So hibiscus flower. So a lot of people compare it, when I say something about the hibiscus tea, everybody say sorrel. And so people from the islands, they know sorrel. Uh-huh. And they like, I'm not buying no sorrel. Right. But with sorrel, it has some of the same ingredients in it, but not quite.
Is it similar to Cerasee?
What's that?
Cerasee is like, I guess, another form of sorrel. It's a Jamaican drink as well, but Cerasee is horrible tasting. Like, it's supposed to be good for you, but it tastes like earwax. Not that I know what earwax tastes like, but nah, it tastes crazy.
Trini got a drink called Marby like that. It's real sour. Yeah. But like I said, sorrel, when they make sorrel, they put so much sugar in it. Like, they crack a 5-pound bag of sugar and might put 3 pounds in it because sorrel is so sour. Yeah. But you're taking away from the benefits because sugar's not good for you.
No, it's not at all.
You know what I mean? So, but like I said, I've added some extra herbs and spices to it. Natural. Everything's natural.
Yes.
And those things, there's a lot of benefits to it.
Yeah, and that's what brings out the flavor, man. That flavor, like I said, I haven't tasted anything like it. And that's a good thing. Like, it's unique in its own right. I like that. I like that a lot. What did you do before this?
You got to be specific with that because I'm like, I got 10 jobs.
Yes, break them down.
I got to do home improvement. I DJ. I was giving parties, and mainly entertainment. I did radio before.
Oh, wow, okay.
10:10 a.m. Crunch Time Radio.
Yeah.
And Killer Jams Entertainment is my entertainment company.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and podcast coming up in the future whenever I can make time between the rest of the jobs.
Right.
So
Right.
But right now I'm just playing my position, and I had my own nightclub before.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So I mean, it's tough out here in these streets. I know. I think the hardest part of business is trusting people.
Oh yeah.
And having the right team.
Yeah.
And the team got to know who the leader is. And everybody got to play their position. Everybody can't be the boss. Yeah. You could be the boss of your position.
Yes.
But everybody, that's the problem. Everybody want to be the boss. Everybody got, he ain't producing right, or he not DJing right. But they working in the kitchen. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not cooking right.
Right.
But
focus on that grill.
Focus on what you're supposed to be doing. And that's why a lot of businesses not staying afloat, because the team is not right.
I can totally agree with that. Your team's got to be strong. Right. No one does this alone at all. Right. Nothing.
You are as good as your team.
Yeah. And I can totally agree with that for sure. Why did you settle on this as a business?
Like I said, it was just something. Somebody put it out there, and I said,
"Bug in your ear."
I'm gonna try it. I wasn't taking it serious. And then I let my circle. I let somebody taste it, and they let somebody else taste it, and they let somebody else taste it.
Right, that word
and
of mouth.
People, hey, how much you say that costs again?
Right.
And then just started coming back to me, just like it was like back to back to back to back. And then my one of my business partners, she's like, you need to saddle up and get start making a lot of bottles.
Yeah.
Because she's like, it's coming. She was like. And that's why I met the Jamaican guy, and he was like, I met him, sat on the step with him personally. He said, man, I live in Jamaica. I grew up, my mother's from Trinidad, father from Jamaica. I grew up in Jamaica. He said, I never tasted hibiscus tea like that.
Right.
And he said, I'm a monthly subscriber. And I said, well,
Wow.
I said, I was working on, I told him I was trying to work on, a couple twists to the hibiscus tea. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm going to just stay in this lane for right now.
Not a bad choice.
Because I have some other options. I got the creamy O.
Right.
You know about the creamy O.
Yeah, that creamy O is some special, all right? Yeah. For my adult crowd, you hear me? When you're looking for something nice and smooth, let me let my man D break that down to you. Go ahead, sir.
So that creamy O, I don't know what I can say with this O. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, we're going to stay off of the O exactly, but we'll go into what the drink's about. You dig?
Right. But it's pumpkin with a little spice in it. It originated from Trinidad.
Okay.
But once again, Tallybiscus with a twist on it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So if they don't know what to do with it, I'm gonna make it happen.
I'm
gonna make it happen. So I put a twist on it.
I tell you what, if you're a Bailey's Irish cream type of a person, I know I don't hate to say it, I love to say it. It trumps that. Like it trumps that. I mean, and Bailey's is good in its own right, but this is something that's very unique. And I lived in the Caribbean for a few years myself, Jamaica. So I know what them Caribbean drinks can do if you do the right things with them. And you know what you was doing with that creamy O. So
and even that sea moss.
Right.
I got the sea moss shake. Tastes like the creamy O.
Woo.
Without the extra. Yeah. So, we have a keto version to creamy O. And I have the person that makes it, the originator.
Yes, the keto version is a little bit thicker than the other creamy O. You might like a thicker creamy O. But it is sweetened with stevia, and it's all low carb, keto friendly. So you can enjoy that and still continue with your keto diet. And it has clear rum in it. And people who do the keto diet are trying to avoid dark beverages because dark has more sugar in it than clear.
I like both versions, because for a while I was drinking yours, but like I said, it's a little, I know it's a little bit more difficult to make your version, and it's easier to make my version. So,
it is because I have to make the base for mine.
But I really like your version better. It really is. I like your creamy O.
I like your creamy O too.
All right, now what do you offer? That's a two-sided question, I'm sorry. It's like, what do you offer for sale? And then, of course, what are you offering the community?
So right now, if you return a bottle, I could give you, off your next bottle, I could give you, $3 or $4 off the bottle on the return on the next sale.
Right.
Because I do have to pay for the bottles.
I know that's right. Save some money though.
Right.
Save some money. Bring them bottles back.
Right.
Get that $3 or $4 credit.
And loyal customers and ongoing customers. I'll look out for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? You need the customers to keep coming back.
That's right.
Yeah. So
yes, and we always need a good lookout for the cookout.
I don't get too big for my britches, man. You know what I mean?
For real.
I don't get too big for my britches.
I know the feeling, for real. How was the process of you getting your first business and then starting this business?
So business, we could go way back.
Yeah.
And going back in my first business, well, I started DJing at the age of 16.
Okay.
And I still DJ to this day. And I've done that for a while back in the day when you had the turntables and the crates.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had so many parties I was doing, and then it was just exhausting. And then I took in a partner, and then when I tell you about this team thing,
yeah,
You know, and then as soon as you're taking another person that's, you know, not on the same page as you, you know, you get the backstab and all that. And so that's rough. And I say that team part is rough.
Yeah.
Somebody loyal, you know, somebody that want to build together.
Right.
You know, and that's hard to come by.
It is.
So after I did the DJing, I gave so many parties, I DJed so many parties, I said, I got a fan base now. So I met somebody. I tried to do it with family. I started a nightclub.
Right. Okay.
Secrets Lounge in Baltimore.
Okay.
And I did that. I tried to get a family member to do it. I wanted to do Caribbean because my family's from the islands.
No doubt.
And family turned me down, so I had to reach out to somebody that had the same hunger as me, but I don't know that person. Yeah. So we did that for maybe like, well, say it's about 6 months. And we were renting the place from a guy from Africa or something like that. And that guy wouldn't give us a contract. Because he owned the building and he was trying to get parties there, but he couldn't get people there. Oh. And we had the place flooded.
Wow.
But he kept jacking up the rent. And I kept saying to my partner, I said, man, we need a contract. We need a contract. Because every time we made more money, this guy come on and was like, man, this week is going to be such and such.
Yeah.
And I quit on him.
I wouldn't blame you.
And me and my partners got mad at each other. We started speaking to each other. He was like, man, you messing up a good thing. And I was like, nah. So maybe I would say about maybe 4 or 5, going into the next year, these brothers that used to come to the nightclub, they went and bought the place. Mm-hmm. 3 brothers. And they were like, you know, I just want to get something to eat one day. And one of the brothers saw me and was, hey, man, we try to get this place jumping. He said, man, we remember when you and such and such was getting, you know, had it jumping. I said, well, he said, what happened? I said, well, the guy wouldn't give us a contract. So he said, hey, man, well, how about this? You know, we start you off with a contract or something. It was something like stupid, like $500, you know, a night. And he was like, you know, and we just see where your mark is. Because we want y'all to make money.
Right.
So he said, why don't you try it out? So I went down and I made up with the guy that I was partners with.
Right.
And I said, let's do it one more time. We made up, shook hands, did it again. Man, we flooded that place out again. We had a radio station in there. We had, you know, we as far as security, we had the police officers outside. It was the hangout.
Right.
So, you know, it's just, and what happened? Business partner was stealing from me. Oh, and I'm like, man, this.
Wow.
And I mean, when I say total change up, like, and then in a building stage too, you set your goals. When you reach your goals, then you adjust and you set more goals. You just can't stay at the same place, and that's what I was trying to tell them.
That's right.
And you know, and then you got to cut off some things. Like, say you got security guards, you got 4 of them, but you got police outside. We don't need all these security guards now. We got to cut back on costs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was trying to do stuff so we could make more money.
Right.
And then we could start doing different events, just not parties. But his mindset, you know, part of the mindset was just, he just saw the money and just saw women. You know what I mean? So that ended very, very badly. Like very, very, very badly.
I can only imagine.
And we got a big, some confusion.
Yeah.
And he wanted to buy me out. And when he said he talked to me, said he was gonna buy me out, club closed down in 2 days. Being greedy.
Wow.
He let underage females get in there, and one of them got something happened to her.
Wow.
And I'm like,
wow.
I try to tell him, you know what I mean? This greed thing.
It don't work.
It don't work. You just, you know, so after that, you know, I started DJing again, and then, you know, I just started doing my own thing. I tried to get into, I gave a comedy show one time with Ray Gordon.
Okay.
And I tried to branch out that way, but the team thing again. And
strong.
You know,
team,
I had the live. I had in the setup. Things was nice. Even the lady, I was renting Stanco for theater, and even the lady, she was renting the building out for a lot of money. And when I told her, I came to her with my idea, she said, I like what you're doing. She was like, don't tell nobody. And she was like, I could give you this building for $500 anytime you want it. And I was like, okay. But once again, the team. I couldn't keep the team together. And that was just my struggle. So right now, where I'm at today, I got a team.
Good.
And I got a strong team, a supportive team.
That's beautiful.
And it took a lot of years to go through, but, you know, we all go through something for a reason.
For sure, for sure.
And, you know, this team I have right now is just like, even when you get down and you start second guessing, no, it's going to be all right. You do this, we do that, do this. No, you could try this. And that's what I need, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah, so that team bonding is, and everybody is spiritual.
Yeah.
You got you got holy, you got spiritual. I don't have the wolves in my camp now.
Right.
And
right.
that is, I thank God for that. That
That's
was
a blessing.
amazing.
Amen. Yes, indeed.
And my number one fan, Cheryl Charles.
Miss Cheryl Charles.
Man, I used to give block parties in Baltimore, and one day I was getting a block party, and Cheryl come in the yard with this big banner. Killer James Entertainment with my face on it.
Wow.
And start stapling it up, and I was like,
wow.
Man, she a rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That was yeah. And I appreciate her for putting up with all my bull crap for all these years.
I know that's right. Shout out to my wife again. And I'm sorry, baby. But nah, I feel you. It's our rocks. It's that foundation that keeps us grounded, man.
Yes.
That keeps us pushing for real. And
Yes,
you have a good
need
support.
that spiritual foundation.
Oh yeah.
And just the motivators.
Yeah.
You know, when you hit a hump, you could get that group together and say, oh man, that's just a little bump in the road.
Word.
Yeah.
We gonna get over.
We can get over
get
this,
it.
you know?
Yeah. For real.
But when you don't want the people to say, man, well, you know what, man, we could try this and show some slick stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because that slick stuff always come back and bite you.
It do. It do.
So this, this time, like I say, just going through all those things, and like I say, my business partner, I don't know if I told you I was on the radio before too.
Yes.
Crunch Time Radio,
Mm-hmm.
10 a.m. And back in the day, and like she teaches me all the loopholes. She's my tax. She does taxes for a living. So
Right.
it's like, she taught me the business on how how to claim, the claim stuff and all that. So it's just like everything is legit.
Right.
I got the paper trail now, and doing everything right. And the grace of God, he gonna work out everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. When you are God's child, them doors and windows is gonna open up for you for sure. Yeah. And you can't do wrong by God's child. So that's why I'm not surprised when you told me that club shut down, 2-3 days after your man tried to take over.
Man,
listen,
like,
you don't mess with God's children. You don't.
And something happened
children.
to the girl outside the club, but she told the police she was inside the club. And I'm like, it's greed, man.
Yeah,
it's greed. It's like we had a dress code. It might have, back in the day, $10 to get in, something like that. If you got Timberlands or something like on, you got to pay $25 to get in. And he started letting people come in with $10. You know what I mean? Like, but you try to keep consistency of the crowd. Or you want people coming in dressed nice,
right?
Because you're gonna have a different type of atmosphere.
Yeah.
But when you start coming, and it's nothing wrong with people to wear.
I was gonna say I'm
tennis shoes, Tim's,
Tim wearing food.
Right. But it's what we were trying to build.
I understand.
We were trying to build. Because it had plenty of those clubs all over the place.
For sure. Yeah.
So, but we try to build a club that people can throw some nice clothes on and come to.
And get comfortable.
Right, yeah. You don't have to deal with the rah.
Nah.
And then you had a lot of young people that wanted to dress nice, and you got young people that want to meet older men or older women or whatever, and throw some nice clothes on and go out.
Right.
But then you just mixed all the rah in the middle, and it's like, man, you getting all kind of crazy stuff going on.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm excited, man.
Word, I'm excited for you. Like You got the answers. I know that's
I'm
right.
excited.
For real.
I don't know if I said anything about this too. Is that hibiscus tea doesn't have sugar in it? Now, did I say that?
You did, but please elaborate.
So, you know, sugar messes up everything.
Right.
So that's not sweetened, and we do to. You could drink it plain, or you could drink it with. I use stevia, or you could use honey.
Can you explain to people that don't know what stevia is? What is stevia?
Stevia is made from a leaf. I can't tell you what kind of stevia to get. I just know what kind
You use.
I use and I like. You know, and y'all like my stevia too.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling y'all. I'm not advertising what stevia, but I use stevia. But like I said, I have people that use honey too, and they like, man, this thing is nice.
Right.
Yeah. So you use what you want, but I have to say, you got to check your sweetness when you use the sweetness, because a lot of these sweeteners have some long names in the ingredients, and you check those long names, and it's not benefits to those long names.
At
so
all.
you need to check whatever you're going to use. But and a slice of lime and lemon in a glass, whew,
Go a long way.
man,
Go a long way.
But I'm kind of like I do like 2-3 slices of lemon.
Right.
You know, because my glasses are always big.
A big glass. That's right. That's right.
So
I know that's right. What was your first business idea?
my first business idea, home improvement.
Home
I
improvement.
forgot. I told you I got 10 jobs.
Yeah, you did. And you did mention home improvement
I
as one of
I
them.
did home improvement. I did that for a little while, and let's say something about the team again.
Oh no, you didn't mention the team. This
So
time,
I'm
no.
going back to the team again. Like I did it for myself, but then I started to get overwhelmed,
Okay.
and then you realize you need help.
Right.
And looking for that team to help you is just
It's difficult.
difficult. And then young people, I try to grab somebody young, because the next generation, they need to learn this stuff.
Yeah.
So I would grab somebody younger, and hey man, I kick a few dollars, and I'm going to teach you something, so you know how to do this.
Word.
And I would grab people that dropped out of school. I said, so you could know something.
Yeah.
Man, this young guy told me, you gonna buy me some clothes to work in? I was like, what?
Buy you some clothes?
I said, you don't have no old clothes. All my clothes fresh. You put me to work, you could buy me some clothes.
Oh no.
I was like, man, this is what this generation I got to deal with next. Man, this
Sense of entitlement is ridiculous.
Yes.
How you and I want to elaborate on the importance of what this man is offering, or what's offering this gentleman. You were getting a career opportunity. It's something that people pay thousands of dollars to get and to learn, and you actually looked at someone and told them, you need to buy me some clothes. The humility ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no humble. Kendrick said, sit down, be humble. Y'all not listening, but you're listening to the beefs. You're listening to the rap beefs. I know y'all heard that newest Kendrick rap beef, but you ain't hear when he said, sit down, be humble.
They listen to all the diss tracks. They listen to all the drama that's going on. And half of that stuff ain't even real.
No, of course not. WWF.
Yeah, but them guys know how to make money.
Oh, yeah.
Them guys know how to make money. They sit down and they talk about it before they even throw it out there.
Oh, yeah, because they know what's going on.
Right.
They know where the money's going to generate.
Right.
It's a chess game in this music game right now. You know
And I'm trying to change the game. I'm trying to build something nice. I have something that's good for you.
Yeah.
I'm something that's gonna give you energies to build your immune system. High in vitamin C, high in vitamin K. Maintains your levels of cholesterol. Maintains your blood pressure.
And
maintains your sugar level.
And one drink.
One drink, and it has other effects too.
We gotta stop this. I'm sorry. You have to say promotes.
Promotes.
So you have to say that again.
Okay.
Promotes those things. Because you don't want to get sick.
Right.
And then don't forget this one.
I said some other sea moss already.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I said the sea moss tastes like the creamy ale.
I missed that.
Oh, okay. So I could just go back and.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh. So I'm trying to give the people something that's healthy. I have a tea that promotes healthy cholesterol levels, healthy blood pressure levels, healthy sugar levels, high in vitamin C, high in vitamin K. And you could just look up, I'll give you 3 herbs that's in it. And you could Google it. Sorrel, the hibiscus flower, look that up and see the benefits on it. The stuff that you buy in the store in them little tiny tea bags, you're not getting nothing.
Right.
You could probably have to drop the whole box in there. You know, it might be like, I don't know, 5 to 8 bags in them tea bags to get you a little effect.
Wow.
Because you got to think about it, it's all shredded up too in them tea bags. So you're not getting, you might be even getting 1 flower in one bag.
If that.
So they it's like, yeah, we have hibiscus tea bags here, but no, you don't have enough to give. You know what I mean? You just fooling the thought in your mind.
Yeah. To make
This
that
is also made with reverse osmosis water.
nice.
If people don't know anything about reverse osmosis water, distilled water or spring water is filtered water. And when it's filtered, it might be filtered a couple times, but they take the minerals out of the water. Reverse osmosis water is filtered water several times, and then they put the minerals back in the water.
Wow.
So you're getting your minerals just like sea moss has minerals.
Right.
You know, you're getting your minerals in your water, and you're getting extra benefits to it.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
even if you, and most people don't have reverse osmosis water, so
No.
once you add your distilled water, guess what? It's still minerals from the reverse osmosis water in the tea.
Yes. And that promotes all types of good health.
Right. And ginger, cinnamon, and like I said, I have more things in there. It's not just, I gave you the sorrel version of the ingredients.
Right.
I'm not going to say everything that's in it.
And that's
Right,
fine.
but it's a healthy benefit.
Good.
And it's been working for me. It's been
Yes.
keeping my blood pressure levels, you know, maintaining my blood pressure levels, maintaining my sugar level. I told you my doctor said my sugar level went down.
Yes.
I've been borderline diabetic for like 4 or 5 years, if not more.
Wow.
I've always drank the tea, but it was off and on. And then when I started trying to stay away from sugar, I was like, and then I know my wife, she got a plug. One of her girlfriends is in the physical fitness and training and all that, and she gave her some things to try. And I've been going along with her diet, and I was like, I jumped back on the hibiscus tea, and I was like, that was my drink.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I could drink this, and my other drink was lemon ginger.
Okay.
Yeah, and that might be coming soon.
Coming
That might be
soon, right? You heard that lemon ginger mix.
But everything I'm doing is organic.
And that's very important, especially
Right.
considering today's everything has everything in it.
Right.
Nothing healthy, nothing that promotes good health.
Right,
So,
especially them long words at the end. Yeah, look at the ingredients. And
Yeah.
even orange juice. When you look at the orange juice, you know, they got preservatives on them.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to just find freshly squeezed orange juice.
Yes.
And I'm not going there, but it's a possibility because it tastes totally different.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
Oh yeah, the taste is
Yeah.
something different. If you ever had fresh squeezed orange juice versus what you get out of the store,
Right.
the store bought, it's definitely different.
Right.
Here, pause for 1 second.
Sure. How long was the naming process for you?
Oh man, that's funny you say that. That name came up in like 30 seconds. So my DJ name was Tally, And then I was just joking around like Tallybiscus, hibiscus tea. And then, you know, people in the room, they was like, oh, that pop. And I was like, all right, that's what it's gonna be called.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's how songs, you know, people in the lab, people in the song and doing music,
Yep.
people around, that's how stuff originate just out the fly. When you sitting there, man, what can I name this? What can I
Vibing,
name
yep.
this? Yeah, no, it popped just like that, 30 seconds.
The Tallybiscus.
Tallybiscus,
Yeah.
hibiscus tea. And I was like, you know, I'm going with it.
I
That's
know
what it's
that's
called.
right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Has there been any discouraging instances?
No. So where I'm at right now in life, I'm 51 years old, and I'm setting up the future. You know, you work all your like I said, back on my 10 jobs again.
Right.
I'm a pipe fitter by trade, and I could do welding, plumbing, maintenance. I was maintenance manager. You know, I've been a foreman before.
Right.
So it's just like I put in my time.
Right.
You know, that like sweat, work boots, 100 degrees
No
outside.
doubt. Yeah.
You know, and it's just now that I got a chance to work in that office before. I'm gonna set the next level up, next phase up.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm doing now is it's always gonna be a job because I'm never gonna retire.
Right.
I'm never gonna retire.
Right.
I'm gonna work for the rest of my life as long as God, you know, allows me to.
That's right.
And because I want to keep my body still moving. When you stop moving, that's when everything start hurting.
Yep. Everything start hurting and
Ease, you know what I mean?
start blowing up.
Taking
on you.
medicine,
Yeah.
and you know, I don't want to go there. You know, a lot of people too say, you know, and I hate to see it. People say, man, when I'm gonna travel when I retire. That's the wrong thing to do. And I've been traveling since I've been in my 20s, and I'm glad I did. And even one time I took a trip. I went to Trinidad and sat at the bar, and this older guy, probably was like 70, sitting at the bar. He's like, man, come on down here. Let me buy you a drink. And I was like, this guy gonna rob me, try to rob me.
Right.
Yeah. But he was like, man, I admire you. I said, man, you don't know me.
Right.
He said, no. He said, I know enough. He said, I'm retired. I traveled the world. He said, but I never did it I should have did it when I was younger.
Right.
He said, because I'm going to enjoy it different.
Right.
He said, it's nice, but it's not exciting. He said, I should have did it when I was your age. So I say that to you know, say that I got one life. I'm going to live it to my fullest. And I put God first.
God first.
I put
all
God
the time.
first, and
All the time.
And I think a lot of my failures were that I was putting my trust in people and I didn't put my trust in God.
Amen.
And that's why I kept coming up short. But this time I'm putting my trust in God and I'm putting my faith in God. Now once I've been doing that, now God has blessed me with a family and a team.
Amen.
And I feel success coming, you know.
Yes.
Feel success coming,
Yes.
and I'm ready.
I know that's right.
ready.
Y'all heard that. Here first. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good.
And
You heard?
sometimes, and when you go through things too now, you know, I used to I had depression before. I had anxiety before. And, you know, I've been in that weak place before.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, you got to believe in once you got, I mean, I can't tell people what to believe in.
No doubt.
I'm just saying what works for me.
Right.
So I have God in my life. I pray every day. Me and my wife pray in the bed together sometimes, and and even sometimes when I fall short, like I say, I ain't the best. Sometimes I just go off the edge, and she'd be like, "Come on, let's pray, let's pray."
Yeah.
And then she just start praying, and I'm not even prayer mode, but she'd just be praying. She'd pray on the phone,
Yes.
and she, you know, and I need that.
Word.
We need that. We need that.
Right. You're right.
So, so that's important in success for me, and like I said, I'm never gonna retire.
Right.
I'm gonna keep on pushing, and I'm gonna find it. And in receiving into where I'm going, I plan on blessing people. You know what I mean? Like I haven't gave up on the youth yet.
At all. I feel you.
I'm gonna
At
put
all.
yeah. I'm gonna invest my time in building the youth also.
Yes.
You know, and I haven't given up on that yet.
Nah,
so
not at all.
Anyway, to intertwine, I will figure it out.
No doubt.
Yeah,
No doubt.
because they need us.
They do. They really do. Bad. There's so much misguidance out there.
Yeah,
I feel you there. I would
yeah.
never give up on the youth either. They're the future. And if don't nobody show them, we're doomed. We are doomed. And I have nothing but faith in these kids. I just feel like they're misguided.
I seen my cousin. He posted something up there on. I'm really on Facebook. I'm not really a Facebook person, but I skim through every now, and he put the youth of today, and somebody had a shack, and they had a Range Rover in it. I said, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah, but that is the mindset.
That's the mindset.
That's the mindset of the youth today.
Mm-hmm.
They're living that Range Rover.
They're gonna live in the Range Rover. Yeah,
they can care less about how that shack looks.
I guess down there they're gonna take a bath at the beach.
Yeah, that's the stuff we got to get y'all on.
Right.
You don't need a Range Rover if you're living in the shack. You heard? That's the idea. But we are on to our last question, Mr. Charles. Can you believe that already?
Oh man, I was enjoying this time.
I know, right? I know. That's all right. We're going to be back. We're going to be back because, from what I understand, y'all have an event coming up on May 4th. Is that right?
May the 4th.
May the 4th.
Pop up.
Pop up. Let me pause on that. What was the name of it?
That's what I forgot too. Spring Fling Pop Up.
Yeah.
Is that right? Spring Fling Pop Up.
Spring Fling Pop-Up.
All right. There we go. So, boom. On the 4th, Spring Fling Pop Up.
We'll be set up, and we'll have a display out. And I see I need to add. That's what I'm saying. Sure, I need the address and all that stuff.
Oh, if you give me the info, I can put it on.
He'll put it on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Make it look good.
Okay.
Chris is nice with all that, man.
Yeah.
You have to see one of my other episodes how he works. He do some other crazy stuff, but he's very talented with this camera. I tell you that.
That's what's up.
So on to our last question. What song would you like to hear on the radio show?
I have an artist that I'm working with. His name Henny Rock. He has 5. All his songs are fire. But I have to go through one of them and decide which one I'm going to pick.
You heard it here first. We got some fire from Henny Rock coming straight to you. Mr. Charles.
It was a pleasure.
Pleasure's all.
I'm ready to crack one of them creamy O's, man.
Hey, man. Hey. Make it happen, you heard? This is our episode for Meets, Greets, and Beats for the week. I'm King Ace. Shout out to my boy, the Kid Jules. And shout out to Chris Foreman and Chris Foreman Photo. Shout out to Miss Cheryl Charles for making everything possible. Y'all have a good week. We out here.
Peace.